Hello, and welcome to a special episode of the Cosmic Force Vlog. I'm Mark, and I like Star Wars so much that I'm making this prediction video to state what I think, might happen, what I would be okay with happening, what I'd like to see happen in the Rise of Skywalker. I know I haven't made a ton of videos before this, but just to let you guys know, predictions and kind of making myself anxious before a big premiere like this coming out is not usually my go-to method, but I figure I've got some thoughts, I've got some ideas of things that might be happening in the Rise of Skywalker, and I don't want to be a Johnny-come-lately after the movie comes out and go like, oh yeah, I totally saw that coming a mile away, so I wanted to lock in my thoughts and theories beforehand so that, I can say, I saw that coming way back when. Who knows? So I'm going to start off a little soft with some things that have either already been confirmed within the last few days, or one even as early as this morning. And then I'm going to get into my more kind of tinfoil tiara theories of what might happen. So, theory the first, which has already been confirmed, so it's not even really a theory, but one thing that I was kind of thinking going into this is that that the voice inside Ben's head, like Vader's helmet from The Force Awakens talking to him, showing him the dark side, so to speak, was the influence of Palpatine. It's something I had considered as a possibility, but then I think 3 days ago they just released kind of a teaser trailer that pretty much spelled it out. You hear Palpatine's voice as first Palpatine, then Snoke, then Vader, and so it's like, oh, I see. You're gonna just give it to us straight in the previews, which means that I think that there's much more to be revealed in the movie if they're giving that away for free ahead of time. Theory the second, which was actually just confirmed this morning. Again, it's something I had thought like, ooh, that would be cool, but the movies often don't seem like a place for them to kind of do experimental crossover stuff. Like, I wouldn't expect to see Sana Staros or Dr. Aphra in The Rise of Skywalker, but just this morning in an interview, J.J. Abrams said to the interviewer, like, oh, you like Ahsoka Tano? Watch The Rise of Skywalker closely. So, it seems from that he's hinting she's gonna be in it, which, oh my god, I'm so excited about. I'm a big Ahsoka fan. I like her, think she's cool. Prediction the third. Not too exciting. Anybody who's seen Star Wars movies can probably make the same prediction, but I believe somebody at some point is probably going to utter the line, I have a bad feeling about this. Right? Seems like some pretty low-hanging prediction fruit there. So, prediction. I think that when they do that whole thing with 3PO in the back of the head, Zori Bliss has that chip from the Entertainment Weekly photo, blah, 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 blah. I think 3PO is going to recall Master Annie and maybe place the connections of how Master Annie became Lord Vader. And I hope 3PO doesn't take it too hard when he realizes that. Right. Predictions. I have seen some people online saying like, oh, I really hope that this is not the case, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think the way Palpatine is back is a clone. I think that it's a Palpatine clone, and I know a lot of people don't want that to be the case. Alex from Star Wars Explained has read the expanded universe, and he said that he was not a fan of the whole Palpatine clone subplot, which I understand, and I can imagine if done poorly, I wouldn't be a fan either, but this is JJ, not, not the old Legends stuff. So I'm hoping they find a graceful, elegant way of merging these ideas together. We've had clones throughout the prequels, and it would just be kind of a nice, elegant way to tie it all back in together, I think, to make him a clone. So I just hope that they pull it off in a satisfying way. Prediction number 6. I really want to see Phasma again. I know a lot of people were not impressed with her brief appearance in The Force Awakens and her maybe even briefer appearance in The Last Jedi, but yeah, I have read the Delilah S. Dawson novel Phasma, and I'm really eager to see my chrome-clad sociopathic survivalist again, because, I don't know, I think she's interesting. I think that she represents a very fitting aspect of the dark side, which is the idea that we have to be hard, we have to be tough, we have to like cut ourselves off from others, you know, we have to, in order to survive this hard world, we have to make ourselves hard to it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think she's an interesting character. I'd love to see her back in like some cyborgy kind of way. I think in the deleted scene in The Last Jedi, Finn actually cuts off her arm. So, you know, she might have like a robot arm or something. That'd be cool. Or whatever. But yeah, so Phasma, which is funny because J.J. Abrams also said in an interview I read recently that of all of the decisions Rian Johnson made in The Last Jedi, he said that he was most surprised that he killed off Phasma. Killed off. Those are JJ's words. And so, I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I hope we get to see her one last time doing some nasty work to good people. Prediction number 7. Force Ghost Anakin. Overall, the prediction is kind of Force Ghost Palooza, as I've heard it called, which is, you know, everybody from the past. Force Ghost Qui-Gon, Force Ghost Yoda, Force Ghost Obi-Wan, and of course Force Ghost Anakin. But really, if I could only pick one, please let it be Anakin. I would love to see Hayden Christensen get a kind of, a chance to, I don't want to say redeem himself, because I think that he was fine in episode 2 and episode 3. He did exactly the job George Lucas wanted him to do, and you can't fault an actor for that. I've seen Hayden Christensen in other things. I saw him in Factory Girl, and I thought he was incredible, you know? Yeah, I think he's a perfectly fine and competent, if not exceptional, actor, and I'd like to see him get a chance to act under somebody else's direction. And I think JJ could really bring out a strong performance from him in this. So yeah, I hope we get to see that. If I had a second choice, it would be Qui-Gon. I love Qui-Gon. He's, in many ways, I think maybe my favorite Jedi, so love to see that. And you know what else? I'd love to see Force Ghosts who aren't Jedi. I would love to, like, if they want to bring back Han or Padme in some kind of Force Ghost, if they figure out a way to explain it away, if they write it well, I'll be happy. And yeah, not at all complaining or nitpicking about just like, but they don't use the Force. They didn't use the Force in life, so why are they back? I'm not so uptight about that kind of stuff. Now, prediction number 8 is one you guys might not be. It's one that is a bit eye-rolly, and I understand, but I've kind of entertained the possibility ever since The Force Awakens, which is that Finn maybe could be the son of Lando. And I know it's kind of, there's a little bit of a cringe factor to the fact that it's like Lando was established as one of the only black people in the galaxy, which is absurd. I'm so thankful now that we have many more. We have Mace Windu in the prequels. Still kind of curious that in the Republic there's only one black Jedi. And then now in the sequel era we have Finn and Janna as well. Anyway, I don't know, but you know, part of me got thinking when Maz said that Finn had the eyes of someone who wants to run. You know, she said that whole line, you live long enough, you see the same eyes in different people, and you have the eyes of someone who wants to run. And I was thinking how Lando, throughout the different stories we see him in, he's kind of a more reluctant hero, you know? He's a gentleman of leisure, you know? And so it's like he likes nice things. He likes to have nice times, and he likes to enjoy himself. And those are not always qualities that lend themselves well to self-sacrificing heroes, right? But little by little, you know, Lando finds, much like Han, that he's he's got a softness to him. He's got a caring side that he can't ignore. And I love that about Lando's character. And, you know, is not unlike Finn, who he didn't leave the First Order because he just wanted to become a freedom fighter. He left it because he knew it was wrong. And in leaving what he knew to be wrong, he ends up finding what he knows to be right. And I love that. But I'm not married to the theory. If it doesn't come to pass, I'll be fine with that too. Also, I remember reading in the book Last Shot that Lando was starting to kind of sort of settle down with this Twi'lek woman. I forgot what her name was, but I hope that they're still together in The Rise of Skywalker. I think that would be cool. Moving on. Theory number 9 is a little ditty I like to call Reincarnation, and it goes like this. Rey is the reincarnation of Anakin Skywalker. Now, I've been kind of like bouncing this idea in my mind since probably about a week after I first saw The Force Awakens, noting the similarities between Rey, Luke, and Anakin. I think it's worth noting that Rey is also from a desert planet. Rey is also preternaturally gifted with mechanics, piloting, and the Force, right? When she touches Anakin's old lightsaber, she gets that Force vision. Nobody else does. Curious. When she calls to his lightsaber, it comes to her, right? Even over Kylo, who I'm guessing has like top-notch telekinesis abilities, it still comes to her over him. So I just think maybe there's some kind of bond there. I don't know. Again, it's all just fun speculation and theorizing. Not married to any of this. If it doesn't come to pass, totally fine. And lastly, theory number 10. This is one that I actually just came up with during this rewatch leading up to The Rise of Skywalker when we saw the Revenge of the Sith episode. I was thinking, what if it was Palpatine who, in those pivotal final moments of the Republic, reached across the Force and snuffed out Padme's life when, according to that medical droid, medically speaking, she should be fine. She was healthy, but it seemed as though she'd lost the will to live. I think it would be cool if Palpatine has been like long planning this elaborate thing to break Anakin's heart and to take everything that he had away from him in the most dramatic way possible, and, you know, planning the end of Padme's life, giving Anakin the dreams that she was going to die in childbirth, and then being the cause of it, I think would just be kind of neat. But again, I'm not married to that one either. If it doesn't come to pass, then I guess she just died of a broken heart and lost the will to live, etc., etc. So those are my predictions. I'm not married to any of them. If none of them turn out to be fine, even if nobody says, I have a bad feeling about this, I won't care. Like, I feel like there's 0% chance that J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio are just gonna turn in a garbage movie that doesn't understand Star Wars at all. Like, there's no way. They've probably been thinking about Star Wars, I know that this is gonna sound crazy, but even more than you and I have. You know? Like, it's their job, for one thing, but they have this massive responsibility on their shoulders, so I think they're gonna take it pretty seriously. I think they're gonna try and do the very, very best creative work that they can. And that's saying a lot, because these are very smart, creative people. So, you know, I would advise giving them some of your trust, you know? Like, you don't really have anything to lose. People act like it's an awful thing to build up your anticipation or excitement for something that you want to enjoy because of the possibility that you might be disappointed. But you know what? It's a process you're gonna have to encounter all throughout life, you know? If you ever meet somebody that you want to, say, get married to, you might have to also face the possibility that there will be disappointments down the road, you know? That you might get hurt. And it's part of living. So, yeah, I would advise against anxiety, against that kind of insecure anxiousness, worrying whether you're going to like it or not, whether it's going to be good or not, and just try to make the most of it. Take whatever you can from it, you know? I'm sure whatever JJ and Chris Terrio are cooking up is going to be superb. I really have like no doubt about it in my mind. I've no anxiety. I think it's gonna be great. I think we're all gonna love it. So yeah, that's it for today. Until next time, good journey, and may the Force be with you.